Okay, so check this out. So we talked about in earlier videos about being able to make sure you can keep up correctly with the estimated cost and also your actual cost. So the way this can be done is this is a software, it's called Octane OS, where you can go in and you can upload your estimate, like we've been doing earlier. It has cost codes, has descriptions, has your labor, subcontract, equipment, material, other. And then so you put your estimate in and you lock it. And then once you lock it, it can't be changed any longer. And then there is also a check register where you can go in and you can enter in your checks. And when you do that, it creates a cost report. And so this is what the cost report looks like. And again, it has all your cost codes. It has your estimate items over here to the left. And then you can click on these. And if it has to deal with, if there's a change order that comes in, it'll increase these amounts. And then there is a variance and a committed. But then over here to the right is your cost. And so this pulls from the check register. So let's take the permits. 6309, you click on it and it tells you, that these are the checks that were written in the check register. So I can tell that I had $10,000 estimated, but I've only spent $8,000. And if I say, well, that's all I'm going to spend, I'm not going to spend that. I got an extra $2,000 here that I didn't spend. I overestimated. You come in here to a variance and you say, saved on permitting, and then you put in to here, that was, I forget where that was, maybe in the other. Yeah, it was in the other. And you say, okay, I saved $2,000, and then that saves out. Now when I close it, then it comes in here and it says, I had 10,000, I only spent 8. I got a $2,000 savings. So now I've got $0 left to spend, and my projected is $8,000. So this is a extremely important cost report. It tells you, as long as you're putting your checks in, as long as you had an estimate, then it'll tell you immediately whether you're saving money on the job or losing money on the job. As soon as all your costs and everything is updated, you know exactly on that particular project where you stand. So this variance adds all the way up all these items, and it shows you down here whether you're saving money or losing money. So with these, we see these types of cost reports, but oftentimes what is missing is this last column right here, which is projected. Because what most of them show is, hey, this is what I estimated, and this is what I've spent to date, and most of them have a variance column. But you could estimate something and have $2,000 in there, and you could have spent the $2,000, but without a projected, you may know that in 2 months you're going to have more cost in. A great example is silt fence. So I've got $1,750 in silt fence, and then I've spent to date $2,150. So I went over my estimate by $400. But you may be getting, you may be having a projected rainy season that's coming up that's going to blow out your silt fence, possibly in the next month or two. So you need to be able to project that, hey, I think I'm gonna have another $700 or $1,000 hit. And so this projected column is extremely important. It's where a lot of people miss, because they'll get in here and they'll just update to today, but it's not forecasting in the future. And you got to have forecasts to be able to have a great cost report.